Oh, hey. I am so happy to be here with you. It is my honor and my pleasure to be of service to the collective. Look, I just, see, I'm just a cute person. You know, you gotta love on yourself. You gotta tell yourself you're cute. You gotta tell yourself you're funny. Don't look for it outside of yourself. I'm Patience, your host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness with my own spirit team, the Guild of the Golden Triangle, and we're here to be of service, to bring forward any messages that God wants to be heard. And we're also doing psychic development. So on this channel, on YouTube, we do psychic development reads to help connect with my spirit guides in real time to learn how to use my psychic gift. And then on TikTok, we do our ascension development. It's literally from the first time I did my a shamanic journey with the help of my guides, my very first one, all the way to now. So it's just a complete ascension, and we give tips and tricks of what helped us. But we want you to keep in mind that I asked directly for my own spirit guides what I should do for my purpose, for my blueprint, for my DNA, and it's going to be different for everyone. But what we wanted to show you is that it's possible, that it's real and it's magical, and you can do it. Anybody can do it. And we're just here to give you the guidance on how to build yourself up to that point, because it does 1:44 on the clock because it does require some, you gotta try, you can't just sit on the couch and not I'm sorry, I got distracted. My hair is distracted. You can't just sit on the couch and do nothing. So even if you do something you love, that's what Spirit really has taught me, to really follow what you love. And even if it seems silly, even if it seems, like that'll never happen, you have to get yourself out of that mind state, because it absolutely can happen. You have to reprogram your brain. So we do that on TikTok, but we're gonna do a read. If you want me to God want me to clock in real quick. And I think I'm gonna have to put my hair out of my face, because I know it's gonna get in my face. Well, I'll just wait till that point. Okay, so this is what it says. I opened up to this one. This is what God wanted. Romans 5:12-21, 139. This is my little Office of the Blessed Virgin Mary book, okay? Just as through one person's sin entered the world, and through sin death, and thus death came to all. Inasmuch as all sinned, oh, that's weird. And inasmuch as all sinned, for all who sinned, for up to the time of the law, up to the time that it was forbidden, sin was in the world, though sin is not accounted when there is no law. But death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over those who did not sin after the pattern of the trespass of Adam, who is the type of the one who was to come. But this gift is not like the transgression, for if by one person's transgression many died, how much more did the grace of God and the gracious gift of one person overflow for the many? Meaning, if someone was given a gift and they committed sin against that gift, the gift is not, or the transgression isn't a gift, and it wasn't a gift to do that to the person. And so how many people were hurt because of your sin, because of one person's sin against a gift? Against a gift. So somebody has sinned like Adam, and God's saying sin always existed, and that's why I had to create laws, because sin, as much as all sinned for up to the time of the law. That's why he created the commandments, because there were people who were committing atrocities against each other. There was no law. That's how the Ten Commandments came to be, when the Pharisees were treating the Israelites horrible, right? You're not supposed to take the Bible as Bible. Like, you don't take the Bible and then take it literally for our time. It's meant to teach you what happened in the past and why the laws were made. And there's people out here in the reeds who have forgotten that these laws exist for a reason. It's not just earthly law, it's universal law, because doing these things, these sins, energetically fucks you up. It messes up your life. It messes up your whole lineage. Energetically. That's why you don't commit sin. And that's why there's commandments that God had to make. It says right here, there was no law until everyone sinned until I had to make the laws. And then the sin was in the world, though sin is not accounted for when there's no law. If people are doing things behind the scenes because they think nobody's looking, just because nobody's looking doesn't mean that you're not breaking universal cosmic laws. So, because Earth is just one world of many worlds that God's made. And I'll do a little bit more. I totally get it, though. That's what Adam was. Adam was the original sin. Adam, who is the type of the one who was to come. Adam was a precursor for sin, because it's just natural. It's natural for humans to sin. You're born into sin, and you have to be taught by people who have conquered their sins, who have overcome their sins. They're your parents. If your parents haven't overcome their sins by the time they have kids, you're just going to repeat lots of generational curses and patterns. Excuse me, I can't take this anymore. I can't take it. I can't take my hair in my face. I'm poofy. This is my little poof. Okay, whatever. That's better. Oh, so much better. Okay, but the gift is not like the transgression. For if that one person's transgression, many died, and it was a gift. So someone committed a sin against someone who was a gift, and their transgressional sin, whatever they did, actually hurt many people. It hurt many people. A gift of one person overflow for the many. And the gift is not like the result of the one person sinning. Oh, so someone tried to get a gift by sinning. They committed a transgression of sin towards a gift, or to get a gift. For after one sin, there was the judgment that brought condemnation. But the gift, after many transgressions, brought acquittal. For if by the transgression of one person, death came to reign through that one, how much more will those who receive the abundance of grace and the gift of justification come to reign in the life through one person, Jesus Christ? In conclusion, just as though one transgression condemnation came upon all, so through one righteous act acquittal and life came to all. For just as though the disobedience of one person the many were made sinners, so through the obedience of one the many will be made righteous. Oh, I love that. This is literally like good and evil. Like there's one person who committed one sin, but involved many people by their one sin. So whatever they did, they got people to do what they wanted and created many sinners. But there's also a gift, one person who follows Jesus Christ or God or something, the grace of God, a gift of God. So just as there's one sinner who made many sinners because of their disobedience, there's also one person who believes in God that can make the many righteous. Oh, I love that. It's a balance. It's the balance. It's the law of the universe. When you tip the scales in your favor to get a gift that doesn't belong to you, you get it through sin, you involve other people with your sin, you're trying to get something from an energy that is lack. What you're saying to the universe, if you just think of it like energy and not religion or holiness, if you think of it if I'm somebody who comes across a gift, or I have someone in my life who's a gift, and I know they're a gift, I know that they're a gift, and I come across a way to gain something because of them, and I sin against them, I lie, I betray them, I deceive them, I do something to betray them. And not only that, not only do I betray them, I involve other people under my own disobedience. Just by association, you become that person's sin energetically. And sin is just low action. That's why he said I had to make the laws. Just as one person, sin entered the world. It took Adam, just one person, to do all the bad things. And God realized, I got to make laws. That's why he made the commandments. Otherwise, we'd be killing people and doing all kinds of things. So God saw that, and he said, there's, you come here to essentially sin, and then you're supposed to finally learn the lesson, and you realize that, effing people over is not the way to gain, because that's a lack mentality. When you do that, what you're really saying, what this person did to get whatever they got, and we'll find out, clarify, whatever they did was against somebody who's of God. So not only did they sin, but they did it against somebody who it says right here, a great sign appeared in the sky, a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars, by the Most High God above all. Blessed are you, daughter of the Most High God, above all women on earth. So this person committed some transgression of disobedience against someone who believed in God, who was a gift, and they sinned. And they involved other people that made them sinners too. But God's saying, just so through the obedience of one, through the disobedience of one son who made many sinners, so through the obedience of one, that many will be made righteous. This is about forgiveness. This is about forgiveness, you guys. Let me start. I forgive anyone who has done me harm. I forgive anyone who was a ignorant student of things they didn't understand. I forgive anyone who didn't know better. I forgive anyone who is spiritually immature, who's emotionally immature. I forgive you. I forgive you, but you guys gotta forgive yourselves. I think that's what this comes down to. I think by the forgiveness of the person who they transgressed against, they can find some way to forgive themselves. So if that's what you need from me, I forgive you, but you got to make it right. You have to make things right. If you sinned against somebody who is innocent, who's of God, who's here to help you, a gift, you got to make it right somehow. I don't know how. Let's find out. Because God says everyone's worthy of forgiveness. Everybody. Everybody's born of sin. Kids are bad as hell. I always say kids are narcissists. And you have to teach them emotional regulation. You have to teach them spiritual maturity. You have to to have kids, you have to be in a place where you're balanced enough in your emotions to rear them in the right direction. Otherwise, it's like a child raising a child. Even if you're an adult, adults can have infant minds and emotions. Thank you, boo. Dropping facts over here. Hey, I'm just channeling God's messages over here. I'm just the messenger. All right, what do you want us to know about this? How can we help? How can we help these people find forgiveness for themselves and what they've done? I don't know what they've done, but something that God wants them to know that they can be forgiven for. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. It's okay, guys. You come here to do... the thing with me is I'm at this place of ascension and ability. Who are you delivering the message to? Anyone who resonates. I don't know. I'm the collective. It's a collective read. So You have to put it where it fits. If you're here, then maybe there's something for you. I don't know. I'm just reading the energy. This is a development, psychic development. Doing the dishes. I'll wash. You wash, I'll watch. Yeah. Yes, it's about working together. It's not about power struggles. It's not about being Darth Vader. We all know what happened to Darth Vader, right? Luke, I am your father, and you don't write, you don't call, nothing. Luke, I am your father. So something with a father. Possibly the father in this situation is like Darth Vader. You know, Darth Vader's like the classic narcissist, right? Okay, what else? What else? Sajal, Jane. And yeah, who cares how many viewers there are? God says, I'll send you the viewers you need to see it, you know? I don't really care who sees it, because I'm just working for God right now. I don't have an ulterior motive. I don't really care about the views. It's like, I'm not over here looking for views, you know? I'm just over here trying to be of service. I'm just trying to help people. And I'm doing that with the help of God. I'm God's messenger. I'm the oracle. The 21st century, the future is now. Yeah, we're in the future now. So it's time, the energy we're going into requires you to get more in touch with your emotions and for you to heal those wounds. God bless you. The longer you deny the sins that you have transgressed, the longer you deny your disobedience to the laws of the universe, the more energy that matches that you're going to receive. It's about energy. The reason why, you know that prayer is oracle in another language? Because prayer, when you speak, when you give thanks, when you give gratitude, when you find the balance in your life and you're not just one way, and you become broader, you become more open, you become more light. When you open yourself up to the fact that you're not the only person in the universe, okay? When you actually admit your transgressions, it allows light in, so you can shed light on those shadow aspects of yourself that you don't want to look at. Darth Vader didn't want to look at the fact that he abandoned his son, that he went against what all his masters said because he got in his ego. He couldn't admit that he was wrong, and he tried to kill his own son, because he didn't want his son to be better than him. He didn't want his son to be more powerful than him, and he knew that he would be, and he knew that he would defeat him. And so 3-3 on the clock. And so that's why Darth Vader, he let his ego and his pride and his inability to see his own shadows, he let it become his demise. And he even tried to prolong his life, and he became a monster, essentially, because he became Darth Vader. He used to be Anakin Skywalker, beautiful boy. He was full of life and full of hope, and he got his heart broken, and then it was like downhill from there. It's the same idea. It's like the longer you have unprocessed stuff, the longer you deny the sins, the more sins you do. Spike Lee, let me see. American filmmaker and Knicks fan, best known for Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, and for Do the Right Thing! Do the right thing! Do the right thing! Do the right thing, and in the eyes of God, you can be forgiven. Freedom! Doing the right thing will set you free. I wonder what they did. They did some kind of sin. God seems to be really focusing on how times are changing. It's time to start, it's not a world anymore where you're like, the man works and the woman cleans. You know, that's silly. Like, what? A man should never clean? A woman should never work? It's not about being more masculine, more feminine. You know, I think that's really, it's about a balance. It's about wanting to work together. It's about opening yourself up to more opportunities and more ideas and beliefs, to change your beliefs. Because, I don't know, I have a feeling this is about some kind of beliefs or something. What else? What else, God? Thank you so much. Rust. Rust never sleeps. Yeah, rust never sleeps. If you're just standing in one spot, you're never changing, you're just going to get rusty. You have to be willing to change. Change is good. Even if it means looking at those things about yourself that, you know, are hard to look at. Everybody goes through that. Everybody. Animated, lively, exuberant, spirited. Yeah, movement and change is what keeps you, it's what keeps you animated. When I see, oh, that's so funny. When I see spirit in my mind's eye, I don't see physical form. I see energy, and it's always moving. It's constantly moving. It's dancing. And so you're that in a human body, in a dense body. So it's up to you to move your emotions, to move your energy, to exercise, to actually be intentional with your actions and your words. It's about awareness, self-awareness. And if you're sitting there rusted because you refuse to move from, you refuse to change, you're so stuck in your ways, like Darth Vader is right under rust, you literally rust. You become atrophied. You become like a shriveled up version of yourself. You dry up. You become bitter. You become negative. But if you would just heal those wounds and let the light in, you would see that as soon as you shed light on those shadow aspects of yourself, you become lighter, you become vibrant, spirited, lively, childlike. State fairs. State fairs. Oh, where's the blue ribbon for Bestie? Yeah, you gotta get in touch with whoever I'm talking to, whoever this is for. It's about it's about doing things you're not proud of, and then pretending that it was okay to do them, or that you never, or ignoring them, basically ignoring them. If Darth Vader had just said to his son, hey, I'm really threatened by you because you're 22:44 on the clock, because hey, I'm really threatened by you because you seem like you get more attention than me, or I don't want you to surpass me. What if his son would have been like, oh, you have to feel that way. Why don't we work together? We could be powerful together. We could wash the dishes together. You wash, I'll watch. I'll wash, you wash, I'll dry. But this person was like, you wash, I'll watch. Like, this person just will sit and watch you do the dishes and not even help you. Like, what the heck was that? That's not nice. What is this? The 1800s? That's just it feels like a weird old paradigm or mentality. Sport utility vehicles need new tires. Under Spike Lee, Do the Right Thing. Someone needs to change their tires, like metaphorically. It's time for you to change. You can't keep on operating this way because things are not going good for you. So you have to take that as a sign that if I keep on living this way, being stuck in my ways and not able to change or look at my things or forgive myself and forgive others, then you're gonna have tires that are gonna go bald and flat. It's snowing outside and you sliding around town, okay? Rolling the car, you'll flip for this one. Rolling the car in freedom. Rolling the car, you'll flip for this one. Express yourself, freedom. I think God's saying that sometimes you gotta take a chance. Not literally rolling the car, but being able to be like a rolling stone. Just constantly being able to adapt to your environment, to understand that change happens, that it has to happen. Salads, lettuce, not let us not knock the vegetarians. I don't know. Maybe this person thinks like, I don't know. Maybe they have to start eating healthier. Maybe they have to start eating healthier, you know? You have to, if you want to change your outlook on life, you also have to change what you intake into your mind, body, and soul. If what you intake is negative thoughts, complaining, bad-mouthing rumors, lies, you know, all you eat is meat, you know, meat, meat, meat. You never eat any vegetables, you know. You have to have balance. If you're not intaking healthy music, art, culture, you're not feeding the right parts of you. You're not feeding the light part of you and energy wise, and you're only feeding the density, the dense part. But you're naturally a non-physical being having a human experience, so you're actually starving the soul side of you. Pastrami. I love pastrami. I love pastrami with what's that called? Is it a Reuben or something? On the rye bread with the sauce. Yes, you can eat that. But how about you eat half of it and then you have some veggie chips on the side? You know, it's about making conscious choices to feed both sides of your light body in a balanced way. You can't just be all one way and energetically expect to not experience what you've been feeding for so long. Darth Vader fed his ego for so long that it ruined his body, it atrophied his mind, it made him have to wear a suit, a robot suit, just to survive. He didn't have an arm, he didn't have a leg, he was literally falling apart because he couldn't let go of not being the best, of not being the most powerful, and you know, all of that stuff. Okay, so it's a metaphor. Indiana Jones, under animated in the 21st century, fictional archaeologist and action hero, proof that a good hat and a whip can take you a long way. I think this has to do with materialism, you know. If you base all of your happiness based on what you have, then how do you take it with you everywhere? Like if your material possessions are what you think make you valued, then what happens if you have to leave that place? Or what happens when you have to get up and go, or you lose everything in a fire or something? Are you still going to be measured by your valuables then? No, you're going to want to be valued by your integrity, by your character, by the way you carry yourself, because then you'll be wealthy. You'll have spiritual wealth. It's not about physical wealth. If you work on having spiritual wealth and having forgiveness in your heart, being compassionate, treating people right, not lying against people. Annoying. I think someone thinks I'm annoying. Oh, thank you so much. You know, people perceive me as being like this beautiful person on the outside, but if people's perception of me, how do I say this? When you feed the light parts of yourself and you work on your integrity and your character, you will naturally look beautiful to people, to everyone, because you're enhancing the natural state of your being, which is pure love, because God is pure love. That's what you come from. So energetically, if all you care about is money, sex, drugs, material possessions, you know, those are all very dense things that don't exist outside of this world, you know. So it's not I know people think I'm annoying when I talk like this, but it's not me talking, it's spirit. They want you to know that it's annoying to them to see humans not asking them for help, not even acknowledging that they exist, even though they were assigned to them, and to see people going so far off their soul's path that their soul literally just separates from their body and gives up on the vessel. Because that's what happens when you get to a certain point of density, when the spirit just can't, if the spirit can't can't get through because you're not listening. You don't want to heal wounds. You have too many shadows blocking your spiritual vision to heal something. The spirit, your soul just clocks out. He says, I don't know, I can't do anything. You're literally like out of your body, and you're just like floating. You're just on autopilot. And it's not a good feeling to be on autopilot because you need your soul. Your soul is what gives you animated, lively, exuberant, spirited. If you're not feeding that part of yourself, you turn into Darth Vader. How can we help? What else? Their friends, their job, admit or take responsibility for, they're going to continue to lose things, and God's going to take away their credit cards. He's going to take away their cars, their affairs, and could possibly even rolling the car. If they don't stop, they could possibly face death. The passage I read did say something about death. And I also have Jack Nicholson here. He's as good as it gets. We have The Shining. So this could possibly be somebody who's maybe born in the 1940s. It says 1937 for Jack Nicholson. This is a very old person who has done things and involved other people in their own sins. They're literally Darth Vader, probably an old father. Socks, black socks, they never get dirty. The longer you wear them, the stronger they get. Someone who only likes to wear black socks, who probably wears their socks till the wheels fall off because they're so cheap and weird, they can't, I don't know, getting new ones seems, I don't know, like stupid to them or something. Science fiction, in a galaxy far, far away. The things they do are literally like like a science fiction movie. They're just they're so far away in what is actually true. They're so far detached, they might as well be in another galaxy. I don't think this person can admit that they need to change. I think they're too stuck in their ways, and I hate to say that, but it really just feels like that. Zen. Zen again? Maybe not. I can't make it out. This person will never change. He's as good as it gets. There's something about him where he can't change. I don't know, it feels like Darth Vader. It feels like he won't change until he's like on his deathbed or something. His pride and ego are so strong. It literally, I feel it right here in my temples. This person probably has headaches a lot. I feel tension here. My back is like, I don't feel like myself. I usually feel pretty zen-like. This person, I can feel their energy. They've lived a life of sin, and they've involved other people in their sin, thinking that it was funny or entertaining somehow or something. Oh my gosh, the cutest little dog. That reminds me, you guys, I gotta show you. Look at this crystal I found. Look, it's got big little crystals on it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I hope there's a message for anyone who's watching. Alright, so let's continue. So we got Darth Vader, old ass, grumpy ass, sinner ass, not wanting to change. But whoever this person connected with, because in the Bible verse it said that one person of disobedience gathered many to sin. God said that just as one person led them to disobedience, one person can lead them into obedience and back to righteousness. So it just goes to show that you are capable of clearing your field and returning back to innocence. Returning back to innocence and becoming childlike and go to state fairs, go have fun, go be childlike, be curious, because as we get older, our sins just beat our childlike innocence out of us, and it makes us shriveled little versions of ourselves that are really far from what we're actually meant to be being or experiencing. So God's just saying you can clear your field, you can forgive yourself of your sins, your whole body can change. If you guys look up Bruce Lipton, he does the epigenetics. There's an experiment that proves you are your environment. He put elderly people in a closed environment in one of those old neighborhoods from the 50s around a nuclear, the atomic bombs used to set them off. They had those in the 50s. The scientists needed places to live, so they put them in an isolated little town just for them by the lab or whatever. So they put elderly people in an environment that still looks like the 50s, which would have been when they were at their peak prime lives. And they started healing their glaucoma and all their aches and pains, and because they were in an environment where they remembered themselves younger. So it just goes to show that your thoughts literally control you. If you're around people, I go to the YMCA and there's so many old people there, so many elderly people, and you listen to them talk and all they're talking about is how their body hurts and this went wrong and that went wrong and this person sucks, and they're very judgmental because that's what they're around. And so they're all exhibiting those very things that they complain about because they hang around each other and they talk about it and they complain about it. But if one old person was around a younger crowd that exhibited a little more of a 21st century mentality, a little more, then they would become that. They would be more like that because that's what their energy is in. It's about energy, you guys. It's not just your physical body. Your energy field emits 50 feet outside of you. And because energy is transferable, if you're hanging around those people all the time, you'll never change. You'll never ever change. That's why it's important to create boundaries with people that aren't for your highest good. You can't be with people who don't have your highest good in your heart, in their hearts for you, because they'll just bring you down to their level. Eventually you'll become them. Everybody answers. That means this is some kind of gossip. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? Yeah, this person only listens to like one kind of music. They never want to listen to anything else. They're like, no, I like this music. It's good. It's probably like, I don't know, like AC/DC or something, So it's like a one-man band, Of course you're not going to change. You're not allowing yourself to change because you don't intake anything new or exciting. You just think that you listen to the same song every single day. I don't know. I don't know. It makes sense to me, guys. It makes sense to me. Let me know if it makes sense to you. Thank you so much, Spirit, for being here with us. Please continue giving us the messages. Spirit's just encouraging this person and maybe anyone watching to don't be afraid to try new things, to follow your heart's desire, to do things that tops, as I say, that tops passes by. Do things that top you off, that make you feel good. Oh, these aren't even supposed to be in here. Almost had a threesome last night, but didn't because one of the girls said I looked too much like her dad. Yeah, so just like a fear of rejection. This person just fears rejection. They don't want to do new things because they don't want to be ridiculed. They don't want to be made fun of. Hi, Brian. I know we haven't talked in 9 months, but do you have any plans for Father's Day this year? Oh, shit. Aww. This person could possibly be a closeted homosexual. This could be why they're so atrophied in their development, because they haven't been authentic to themselves, kind of like living another life. That's another thing that happens when you don't live authentically to who you want to be. Maybe this person was ridiculed or judged because they don't want to be like their dad or something like that. They could have possibly met somebody that they actually like. Anyone directing any negativity towards me, please stop. It's not gonna work. Thank you. Anyone or they possibly could have found someone they actually have a connection with of the same sex. But they're too afraid to be who they are because they don't want to be ridiculed. If you're around people who would ridicule you for wanting to be gay, then those aren't the people for you, honey. Those aren't the people for you. When people love you and they want you to be happy and they want you to just be who you are, it won't matter. As long as you're not hurting anybody. But because this person can't be authentic because they fear too much what people think, that makes them act in a low, like Darth Vader. Because I don't even think they realize they do it, honestly. It's very, just like Darth Vader's subconscious. Darth Vader didn't even know that he harbored so much hatred in his heart until he came face to face with his son. And then he died, and then, you saw him with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and he realized the error in his ways after he died. So that's this person. This person is so stuck on some kind of paradigm, possibly having to do with his dad, where he's denying what he wants in order to appease his dad, maybe, or appease other people who don't want his highest good. This person isn't around people that want him to be happy because they're not happy. That sounds like my ex-husband. Hey, I'm sitting in front of you. You can't miss me. I'm the guy wearing the white tank top and cargo shorts. I was just looking at the picture. Can't wait to meet you. This person could possibly not even wear the clothes he wants to wear. They possibly can't even act the way they want to act. They possibly meet up with random people trying to find connection or that feeling of connection because they don't understand that it's because they're not living authentically to who they are. They're not making the correlation of their unhappiness to that, which to me as a healer seems really weird, but when people are in a low level of consciousness, you just don't see things. It's when you gain awareness of consciousness, it's like levels, Like I've got myself to a fifth dimensional awareness, so that's why I say giving you a higher perspective of a linear view, because the 3D is the linear view, it's the dense view, it's the money, it's the cars, it's all that. So this person thought that by getting the money and the cars and all that, the cash, maybe that was their sin. They did something to get that. They thought by getting those things they would be happy. But really, if they want to be happy, they need to start realizing that they want to be gay, maybe they're bisexual, maybe they want a bisexual relationship, maybe they met somebody who actually sparks some kind of feeling in love with them, but because they're so trapped by their linear view of energy, they can't allow themselves to be happy because there's people around them that tell them they can't be happy because those people aren't happy. It's Christmas Eve and I'm rocking around the Christmas tree with Uncle John. Come on over. Yeah, it's their family. Oh, I just got a message saying love is all around. It's their family. Their family is awful. Their family is miserable. Their family's all Darth Vaders, and they don't want this person to be happy because misery loves company. I didn't do what I wanted to do or live my life the way I wanted when I was your age, so you're not going to either. Emergency shut-off valve I see in front of me on the truck. Who would you want to be on your zombie apocalypse team? I get this card all the time. I know you'd want me on your team, that's for sure. You want to choose people who, if there was a zombie apocalypse, you know that they would have your back 100%. If you're with people where you can't even trust what they say and they're your own family, say goodbye. When did you fail at something that at first seemed super easy? I don't know. What does that mean? Let's do a book. do the thesaurus and then we'll end it. I think Spirit just needed this person to have a higher perspective of their linear view of why they're going through this. And Spirit says if they do the right thing, they'll stop losing all of their possessions and stuff, because it seems like they're losing their money, their jobs, their cars, their clothes, their places to stay, everything, because they're not doing the right thing, whatever they did. Reception. I couldn't fathom her cool reception. What had I done? Reception of the new ambassador. Affair. The inventor hoped to find the examiner at the U.S. Patent Office in a receptive mood. Approachable, amenable, responsive, interested, susceptible. So something about this person's scared to be receptive. This person's scared of reception, and they're scared of being receptive. They're afraid they're not going to be recepted. They're afraid they're not going to be greeted or open-minded. Yeah. They're afraid, yes, it's just fear. Fear is not even real. This person's afraid of not being received well because they want to be gay. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. Recall. I'm sorry. I don't recall your name. It's like this person, it's easier for them to not talk about things and just forget about it than because they always feel like they aren't received well, that people won't be interested or respond well to them, or like people won't like them, basically. But honey, if those are the people you want to like you, then those aren't the right people for you. Rebellious. The king retaliated against the rebellious earls by confiscating their lands. Many children are, defiant, disobedient, insubordinate. Oh my God, please don't tell me. Reason. Your proposal sounds reasonable, but we'll have to talk about it further. This person is afraid to be gay themselves because their family holds over their head that they won't get anything if you are gay. Then fuck them. Fuck them. Who cares? You're not going to be who you are because you're afraid you won't get inheritance, that you'll be viewed as disobedient or insubordinate. Those people are assholes. Anyone who makes you feel like you can't be yourself is an asshole, and you don't want anything from them. Just got a confirmation, because they're trying to control you with money and holding things over your head because they could never be themselves. What if they're gay? And they're like, fuck no, you aren't being gay. I didn't get to be gay. You know? Like, rebuff. You need to give them the cold shoulder. You need a slap in the face, because you're not going to get happy by anything that you're doing against a gift of God. You're not going to get happy that way. The only way you're going to get happy is to receive yourself and to be to be open and reciprocal. Our relationships based on reciprocal respect. Yes. Returned, given, exchanged, equivalent, bilateral, complementary. Who cares if they're your family? If they're your family and they're treating you that way, I got another confirmation, then they're assholes. Nobody has to be around an asshole. I'd rather be by myself than be around an asshole who makes me feel like I can't be who I am. That doesn't feel good. Why would I want to live life that way? You shouldn't want to live life that way either. Mistake. Anyone can make a mistake, an error, a misstep, a wrong action, a slip up, an oversight, a blooper. Did you make a mistake did you mistake the margin for better? I think this was a much bigger mistake he made, but my belief is in his integrity. My belief is his integrity was alas mistaken, fallacious, incorrect, inaccurate, faulty, unfounded. Whatever mistake he made, this person made, was made in a distorted view that they couldn't be themselves. It's so sad. Oh. Well, listen, honey, it's never too late to be authentically you. You can still find forgiveness for yourself and for others by doing the right thing. You can still get these people out of your life who make you feel like you can't be who you are, because the more you deny who you are, the more that you're going to get taken away in your life, because you're not following your soul's path. Your soul wants to be gay. Let your soul be gay. Let your life be gay. Gay, gay, gay. Who cares? Just be a good person. You can be a good gay person, can't you? It's not like the two exist outside of each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry that you've been so repressed, but it's time now for you to do the right thing and to live your life. Well, if an apocalypse happens, you know where I'm at. I'm here. You just send me a message, okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.